rather than have the industry completely collapse, they've decided that now it's safe to sell viruses that no trading partner allows, including the United States, allows across their border. My name is Bill Bryden. I live up here in an area that's heavily aquaculture. It has a lot of open net pen salmon farming happening in Newfoundland, Canada. And I've been involved in researching and examining the industry for about 15 years now. Probably one of the first articles that was ever published in a trade magazine dealing with aquaculture was one that I wrote in 2003. I've got some even more disturbing and interesting information that you might not have, Marcus, and that's the Canadian government has cut off Canada's open net pens from the taxpayer-funded freebie insurance that they've been enjoying to the tune of $250 million for disease compensation. So as a result of that, since 2013, they've been allowing the sale of highly infectious and contagious fish to restaurants and supermarkets across Canada. So right now we have a massive ISA outbreak happening in Newfoundland, and some of those fish are being sold to an unsuspecting public with the contagious virus that can be washed down your sink and infect your own bay or lake or whatever is on the end of your sewer pipe. This has been a fear that various vet professionals have had internationally for quite some time. And it's coming back to haunt us now.
Oh, wow. Wow. So just re-say that again. Canada is stopping taxpayer dollars or allowing taxpayer dollars?
Well, up until 2013, we were compensating the open net pen owners for any massive disease outbreaks of a few viruses, a handful of very super virulent, very nasty, very lethal finfish viruses. For example, ISA is one of them, infectious salmon anemia. Because of the fact that they gobbled up more than 96% of all the disease compensation for all methods and types of food production in all of Canada 2 years in a row, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency has decided to cut them off from all freebie taxpayer-funded crop insurance.
Yes.
And now the open net pens are officially a fishery and no longer able to take money out of the taxpayers' pockets for disease compensation or disease control. So as a result of that, rather than have the industry completely collapse, they've decided that now it's safe to sell viruses that no trading partner allows, including the United States, allows across their border and sick fish to sit in pens and then to be sold to an unsuspecting restaurateur or private family who goes to a supermarket or to a distributor and buys open net pen salmon.
Wow. So previously, the salmon would get put down and they would get compensated, correct?
Exactly, in the effort to try and reduce disease spread.
Right. So now, for the farm not to lose money, because the government's not going to bail them out, they want to get what they can. So the government says, well, now you can sell this fish to whoever you want, basically.
Yeah, and
wow.
it gets even better, Marcus. Canada has a trade agreement with all of their trading partners, basically all the trading partners that they have in the world, all the modern or more developed countries, and it's governed by the United Nations. It's called the OIE. So this is a group of world-leading vets who have decided that we need to have trade agreements to try and stop industry from becoming ecocidal and rearing sick animals and shipping them to countries and spreading viruses and diseases globally. Canada, it seems, has stopped reporting to the OIE. And if you check the OIE website, ever since the disease compensation has been cut off, we've stopped telling our trading partners that we have deadly finfish viral outbreaks happening in our open net pens.
Wow. Wow, wow.
It gets even better. If that wasn't crazy enough, these are the people that are supposed to be protecting us against Ebola, chronic wasting disease. So now the U.S. government has decided that they no longer trust the Canadian Food Inspection Agency to test for OIE reportable viruses, deadly super virulent pathogenic viruses. In finfish, in aquaculture fish in Canada, they now require independent third-party labs and will not, specifically they stated, will not accept Canadian Food Inspection Agency certifications on aquaculture fish. It's just ecocidal craziness happening up here.
Wow, amazing. When did salmon farms come into that area of Canada?
We actually were some of the pioneers in the world, so it really started to take off in the early 90s, really ramped up in the late 90s, and mushroomed in the 2000s.